In her speech and dialogue exchange with Electra, Clytemnestra reveals, Chrysothemis reveals Clytemnestra's dream that has left her frightened. Now, this dream is important because it foreshadows what is going to happen in the play. Now, in the dream, she sees Agamemnon carrying his scepter. See, scepter is a stick symbolizing a person's rank, power, and authority. But significantly, from the scepter sprang a branch in full climbing leaf, which cast a shadow over the whole land of Mycenae. Now, this branch taking birth, appearing from Agamemnon's scepter, represents Orestes, his child, and which cast a shadow over the whole land of Mycenae, signifies the way Orestes is going to take charge of the kingdom. Now, this dream actually implies the appearance of Agamemnon's heir, exact revenge on his murderers, and take his throne back. Now, this dream makes Clytemnestra frightened, and that is why she asks Chrysothemis to perform certain rituals so as to avoid the disastrous and ominous implications of the dream. So we anticipate that now there is going to be a change in the play. Table is going to be turned against Clytemnestra and Aegisthus, who have ruled the land without any difficulty or confrontation for all these years. Here I want to assign you a writing task, because all of you have been studying the play for the last 2 weeks, or at least you were expected to, and what you are supposed to do is develop a sound, comprehensive analysis of representation of women in Sophocles' play Electra, in which you should talk about Clytemnestra, Electra, and Chrysothemis. And one thing that you must remember, while I'm discussing the play, certainly I'm going to analyze all of these characters one by one. So what you are actually expected to do is to collect all those scattered ideas from my analysis, plus add your own ideas that you have developed after reading the play, and form your own analysis of female characters in the play. And one thing that I'm trying to help you out with is Sophocles' use of foil characters. Now, if you are not familiar with the concept of foil characters in literature, let me explain it to you. Foil characters are actually 2 or more characters who have contrasting qualities. So So the writer uses these characters to highlight how two or more characters are significantly different from each other, sometimes quite opposite to each other. So in this we have Electra and Chrysothemis. Their approach towards Agamemnon's murder is poles apart. So that is why we have this argumentation taking place between two sisters. And at the same time, you can also talk about in what ways Electra is similar to and different from Clytemnestra herself. So this is your writing task. All of you are supposed to work on it seriously and compile an assignment. I'll share further instructions with you on WhatsApp. Let's continue with our discussion. Now after this, we have the chorus delivering their dialogues. And it becomes quite suitable, as I have just explained and interpreted Clytemnestra's dream about the change of events in the play and how this appearance of spring from Agamemnon's scepter represents the arrival of Orestes to take revenge. So they express their hopefulness about justice coming very soon. So here justice refers to the killers, the murderers going to receive their due punishment. And secondly, indirectly, they refer to the sinful union between Clytemnestra and Aegisthus, that the two characters who have polluted the land of Argus, because they had this physical relationship even before Clytemnestra's assassinating Agamemnon. So Clytemnestra developed this adulterous relationship with Aegisthus, which is sinful and illicit. And as we move forward in our discussion, we'll notice how Electra accuses Clytemnestra of being seduced by Aegisthus and then killing Agamemnon in order to live with this man. So Electra at one point in the play rejects Clytemnestra's excuse, her reason of killing Agamemnon, because Clytemnestra claims that she killed Agamemnon due to killing their daughter Iphigenia without any justification. On the other hand, Electra argues that this is a false pretext Clytemnestra is using to somehow hide her crime and justify her act. And she has her own reasons to support this argument, which we will discuss later. So the chorus ends the ode by making a reference to how the curse has continued to affect the house of Atreus since long. So this is what the chorus actually talk about, expressing their optimism about justice and then showing their displeasure with Clytemnestra's relationship with Aegisthus, and then finally talking about sadly how this great family has been living under this curse, where the cycle of revenge has continued till this day. Agamemnon was murdered according to Clytemnestra's claim in revenge of Iphigenia, and now the chorus anticipate the same killing to be continued in the case of Clytemnestra and Aegisthus.